Welcome back to Gardening by the Bone. Thank you once again to the garden crew for tuning in to another video. And to those of you just tuning in for your very first time and you want to be a part of the garden crew, all you have to do is click that subscribe button. Click on the like, click on the share, and don't forget to click that bell so you'll be notified when I put up new videos. And drop me a comment. Talk to me, garden crew. For today, garden crew, we're just gonna do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The corn has done all it's gonna do, so we gotta pull it on up. We still got time, garden crew. Still got time to plant some more groceries. So y'all stay tuned and y'all stick around. We got action. Well, garden crew, as you see me pulling up this corn, a few of them still got some ears on that didn't fully pollinate. And at one particular time, I thought about just saving all of them, which I did save them in the bucket. And I was going to just cut the corn off and save it for some frying corn. But it really wasn't enough, so I ended up throwing it in the compost. Well, as y'all can see, my little helper, he done showed up. I got a little nickname I call him. I call him Johnny Come Lately. Because he'll normally come out there sometimes when I already started. I just be messing with him though. Alright, what y'all see right here, Garden Crew, y'all remember, if y'all look back at some of the videos, this right here was my second planting of cucumbers. The first time I planted cucumbers, so they did a little something, but it didn't do as good as the first planting. So what I'm gonna do, we gonna out with the old, in with the new. We got to pull them up. We still got time, so we're gonna grow some more cucumbers, and you gonna see, further down in the video that I had some more over there in my container. I had 6 of them over there. And you will see that I'm gonna pull 3 of them out of there, and I'm gonna bring them over here and plant them. Now this last plant right here, you see me looking at it, I was considering on maybe keeping that because it looked like it was it still could possibly produce some more cucumbers. It even had some little small cucumbers on it. But you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out and put new ones in there. Garden Crew, y'all may be wondering why I'm just gonna, clean up right here around where I just pulled these cucumbers up, and I'm gonna in that area because I'm getting ready to plant there. But the rest of the area, this is another day other than when I pulled the corn up. So I had already amended the rest of it. I just hadn't amended this part because the cucumbers were still there. Okay, over here at the trellis over here by the barn, y'all remember I pulled down my cucumbers that I had over here, had a very good crop to come from them. I had about 60 plus cucumbers to come off it. But the cucumbers, they ran their course, they did what they were supposed to do. And so I pulled them down maybe a couple of weeks ago and I planted some new ones. So these are the ones you see me getting ready to transplant. There's 6 plants in there, and these are either the market more or these are the straight 8. They one or the other. And so that's what you see me doing. And there's 6 plants. These are 2 of them that was planted close together. So I pulled those 2 up, and I'm gonna pull up 1 more, and then we're gonna take them and transplant them over there in the raised bed where that honey select corn was at. Okay, right here. Yeah, as you see on the screen, you need to try to keep your transplants hydrated. What I suggest that you do when you pull them up, when you get ready to transplant them, go ahead and wet them down with some water or sit them in some water, which I didn't do. So that's why you see my transplant looking kind of wilted already. It ain't really been but about 10 minutes, but they gonna be okay once I plant them, and yeah, they gonna go through a little bit of transplant shock, but they gonna bounce back. And y'all know, Garden Crew, I gotta hit them with that 511. Y'all better get y'all some of that 511. That 511 do some great things in your garden. I promise you. right here you see me and my son, we getting ready to plant some bush string beans, some blue lake. I was debating and couldn't figure out what I was gonna plant here. One time I thought about just going ahead and amend it and let it rest till fall, but I say no. We got some good bit of time, so I'm gonna plant these string beans and we're gonna see what we're gonna get, Garden Crew. Y'all stay tuned, y'all stick around to some future videos and we'll see what happens. And yeah, to those of you that have your own garden, you still got time to plant you some more groceries. We got plenty of time. And all you got to do is check. I know you probably in a different growth zone than I am. All you got to do is check your growth zone information and see how long you got before your first frost. And grow you some groceries. Here is a day later when I transplanted those cucumbers. As you can see, they perking up. And I want to show y'all something. Do y'all see? Come on, walk with me. You see this right here, Garden Crew? This is that yellow crookneck squash that I planted maybe a couple weeks ago. You see how huge this thing is? This thing is almost, and it's got flowers coming on it. This thing is huge. I don't think I ever planted a squash plant this big, or it ever grew this big. And also you saw that little one, that's my zucchini. I had to plant that again because it didn't never come up. So it's starting to come up, and because this squash plant is so big, it's shaded out, so I think it's helping out a little bit. But Garden Crew, I want to thank y'all and appreciate y'all for coming by and stopping by and watching my video again. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Before I go, if y'all hadn't subscribed, go ahead and click that like, share, and subscribe button. And we got action on gardening by the bone.